like
Yeah.
that cartwheel she did on her head, and then yeah, man, that was crazy. She did moves that she put it together in that second. I think it's the concept and the years of rolling. You know very well. You
Yeah.
might get submissions from angles you've never been there. That's what makes this sport beautiful. Also, is because every day you could learn. You might see somebody doing a move. You're like, how did that come? And then
Yeah.
put it together with what you have, create something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And evolves every day. It's beautiful. But when you go back again to the basics, that's what you need to get there, anyways. So you still tell the students, please work
Work on
on
the
this
basics, yeah.
because end of the day, to get there, you need this. Please
The
do
foundation,
this again.
right?
The foundation, yes. Once you have that, the concept, the foundation, all those will come. That's why you got to go back to the basics again.
Going back in time, right, when you first started teaching and you started your school, you know, to Ronda Rousey and everything in between, what do you love about teaching?
I love to put a smile on people's face. I love it when I see the student doing the right job and me giving them a compliment because they're saying that's what it is. And I don't give a lot of compliments, but I give it when it's the right time. And I love it that that person, I make their day happy of what they love to do, what they want to get better on it, and they achieve that. I think that's the most important for me. And then, of course, I love the outcomes, you know, how this helps them in their life, what they could overcome, what I gave them in their life. And yeah, the just the relationship and communication and the advice, you know, what we learn from each other. It's not always about only I'm the teacher, and that relationship. I love spending time with even the young kids. I love teaching the 5-year-old, 4-year-old. It's fun, it's beautiful. And, you know, you see different kids, different personalities, and
Yeah.
you know, with the kid, you're a kid. With the adult, you're an adult. So it makes it more beautiful. Life is beautiful like that because you only don't want to be, you know, Edmond, you know, walk, I train champions. No, I could be on the mat sitting with a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, showing them a move, and I love it. I love it that the kid is happy that I showed him a good move that he could use or defend himself or, you know, feel good about himself because of that certain situation he learned in life. So I love all of it, I think. And yeah, Rhonda used to say Rhonda didn't teach much and didn't show unless they approached and asked her. And I love that. And then she said, I'm a student. Student has to listen a lot. And the teacher, it's okay if you talk a lot because I'm used to it. My mom talked so much, so you could keep talking. So I talk. She doesn't talk. And she would never try to get out of way to teach. It was interesting. I'd say, Rhonda, why don't you so move? She wouldn't. She said, no, I don't want them or anybody that thinks they know it for me to show them, or they think that my way is wrong, or that I don't want to get into that conflict. I don't want to get into that situation, and I don't want to teach. I said, why? Show sometimes you know it beautifully. She said, no. If they ask me, I will show. If they don't ask me, I'm not going to show. And I'm a student. A student has to just listen, be quiet, and do what they're told. And if it's not what they want to do, they should still appreciate, still listen, and not use it maybe, but not talk back and say, oh, this is not going to work for me or anything. So she knew what being a student was, and being a teacher, I think, and a coach, you know, some people call it a coach, but I think it's more of a teacher because you're teaching so many different things. It's a way of life. And it's beautiful. And all the styles of, I think, teaching I've learned and coaching, I love like every different styles of coaching, like the Japanese styles from judo, like the counting from karate. I love it because I've had situations with time when you say 1 minute, do this exercise. And in 1 minute, the kid does 5 to 10 movement like this, let's say, right? But when you count to 10, it's going to take you so much less time, and that kid will do at least 8 of them. If not 10, maybe even 11, but at least 7. But when you say 1 minute, do this exercise, let's say bridge, work on your neck, 1 minute or 2 minutes. You could say that to a black belt, high level, that understands, that knows that, oh, that time is very important to keep working. But for a kid or for new development, it's very difficult. But when you count, guarantee you're going to do more. So in 1 hour training, the programs we have, it's beautiful. We could do more than 2-3 hours of work. A lot of people that want to do an experienced coach, yes, a teacher. And I've had situations like that in my gym, that I've had different coaches with, Soviet Union style training, this, but not so much experience with teaching kids and the youth and the new development. And I said, I don't want to offend you, but I'm going to show you a concept that 100% will benefit you. And what count, please count, like what you guys do on the break falls, you know, in Portuguese. It's so important. People don't see that. You know, that's going to make you in 1 hour do so much more instead of keeping time and saying do it in time. Like shadow boxing, you keep time, 2 minutes, they do it, how many punches they throw. You don't know, very little, some, but if you give them a count, this is how many we have to reach. I'm keeping. Ronda in the 10th round would throw 575 punches with 2-pound dumbbells. Her neck, her shoulders, like this. Joe Rogan was like, what's happening? You know, it's because the volume and the count. I have a thing in my hand. I count
Precision, huh?
I'm counting every time she throws the punch, and I see how many. So important with the kids. You don't say 2 minutes, do this. You know, yeah, if it's grappling, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, let's go live grappling. That's a different story. But the movements, counted. Counted. Counted 100%, they'll do more. 1 minute, do this exercise. 1 minute, they're going to do so little. Count for them that 1 minute. Look how much more they do.
Yeah.
You know, so I love like learning that also, the different methods of coaching, and you take it from different sports. It's not important only from, you know, martial arts. It's different coaching. They have different approach to, you know, because now we see that MMA is teamwork also. You need to be so good with communicating, putting a good team together. And, you know, when you learn one-on-one, boxing is more like one person working, and with the team is different, so you have to adapt in all those situations.
Yeah, be able to communicate the different aspects of MMA.
True.